And coming up, a new target. Some groups fear the IRS could treat them like the Tea Party. Why are they so suddenly worried? On the Record is on the case next. If you thought the IRS targeting at Tea Party groups was bad, wait until you hear this one. New proposed tax rules would start out targeting social welfare groups and could trickle down to everything from unions to your local chamber of commerce, even to the NFL. In other words, no nonprofit is safe. And both Democrats and Republicans are ready to wage war. Our panel is back with us. All right, what we've got now is even the ACLU, Louise, I'll go to you, saying that we're not happy with these new proposed guidelines. Why is that?
Well, they're looking at changing some guidelines that have been in place back since 1959.
Right.
And people have gotten used to what political activities are. And you know, nonprofits are not supposed to be involved in political activities. So this is big money at stake, because if some things that nonprofits are currently doing, like voter education is one of the things, or registration, got classified as a political activity, these entities could lose their tax breaks, and that's big money.
All right. Well, John, let me ask you this then. I mean, what do you say to those people who say, you know, under the First Amendment, I should be able to say whatever I want, and the issue having to do with not just the First Amendment, though, but saying that there's an indirect way to politic under the guise of social policy. So that if this candidate is promoting the issue that we care about, it's not really politicking, it's for better social life.
Well, that's exactly what this deals with. You know, most of the debates about campaign finance and free speech have turned on whether something is an issue ad or whether it's campaigning. For example, the proposed regulations would redefine issue ads where a group out there tells a senator to vote for a bill or vote against it. If they mention his name in 30 to 60 days before an election, that would be reclassified as political rather than social welfare. So I think you would definitely see a Supreme Court case challenging this. But what's really interesting is that these unions are now kind of worried. They're actually exempted from the proposed rule change. They're a 501c5, which is different from a 501c4. But I think they see the writing on the wall, that they know that if we're going to change the rules for 501c4s, the hypocrisy of giving them a carve-out, I think, would be too much, and they would be up next.
Byron, very quickly, it seems that the politicians, the Democratic politicians, may be at odds with those people who are concerned about this new IRS targeting them, because the politicians want very much, especially in those battleground states like Louisiana, Alaska, and Arkansas, to not have a lot of these groups come in and play these ads.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of nonprofit groups that are involved in politics. I think for a while, some Democrats thought that perhaps these new rules might hurt conservative groups more than liberal groups. But then as they looked at it, what John said is correct. They began to see, well, you know, if we put these rules in force, there's no reason they couldn't later affect unions. And that is a huge source of campaign funds for Democrats. And I don't think they want to go there. So I think what we're going to see is an extension of these rules. They won't happen for a while, and then maybe the whole thing will go away altogether, because there's going to continue to be nonprofit groups that are involved in politics.
All right, panel, thanks.